Hi, my name is Autif Kamal. This is another workshop on logic and reasoning. This one is on exhaustive disjunctive propositions. If you have any comments or questions or other feedback, you can relay them to me via Skype. My username is autif.kamal, or you can relay them to me by email. And my email address is projectoptimization@gmail.com. Alright, so here is a situation for you. I'm trying to guess what you will have for breakfast tomorrow. This disjunctive proposition that you see is a very ineffective way to guess what that will be. So you will have bacon or eggs for breakfast. Now, the likelihood of this proposition being true is very low, and the reason why it's so low is because there are so many things that you could have for breakfast. You could have cereal, you could have pancakes, waffles, bagel and cream cheese, you could have leftovers from last night, you could have a ham and cheese croissant, and the list goes on. Now what I could do, although this is also very ineffective in a different way, is I could list every possible thing that you could have for breakfast, but first of all, that'll take way too much time, and even if I do list all the possibilities that I could think of what you could have for breakfast, there's still a chance that I could leave something out. So you're actually better off not listing all the possibilities. Here is an easier way to make a guess which you will not guess inaccurately by doing this, and thus your expectations will not be disappointed in formulating disjunctive propositions like this. There are two ways to formulate exhaustive disjunctive propositions. First, you could say you will have bacon or will not have bacon for breakfast. That covers every single possibility of what you could have for breakfast without me actually listing every single possibility. And also, by saying that you will not have bacon for breakfast, that also includes the possibility that you just won't have breakfast. Okay? So that's an example of how to list off every possibility in my guess of what you could have for breakfast tomorrow. Or you could say you will have bacon or you will have something else for breakfast. Now this second example or type of a exhaustive disjunctive proposition is good because it also lists off every single possibility, but the only drawback to formulating a exhaustive disjunctive proposition in this way is that it does not include the possibility that you will have nothing for breakfast, in which case you have to add that you will have nothing for breakfast. If you add that, then whoever you express these exhaustive disjunctive propositions about will cover every single possibility, and because they will cover every single possibility, it will not be possible for you to make an inaccurate guess. Here's an example for you to do on your own. Let's say that you're making a guess about a new friend you've made or acquaintance. You're trying to guess where they're from in your head, and the first guess that you have is you are from the United States or Canada. Now, instead of this disjunctive proposition, I want you to express two types of exhaustive disjunctive propositions, okay? Such as the examples that I showed you just prior to this exercise. If you need more time, you can pause the video, otherwise I will move on to the answers, which I will do right now. Okay, so you could say you are from the United States or you are not. By saying you are not, you're saying that the person is from some other country other than the United States. So that covers every single possibility. Or you could say you are from the United States or some other country, and again it is equally effective in this particular example because you are addressing the possibility that they are not from the United States, they're from a different country. Okay, and again, these are examples of how you can make guesses concerning numerous possibilities, but at the same time not be inaccurate in making your guess. Okay? Now, if you'd like more practice, you could go to Google, type in conversation starters. The first link that I found was this URL, which is www.conversationstarters.com/101.htm. When you go to this particular link, you'll find 101 questions, and I want you to browse through those questions. Think about a friend or a family member who you would ask these questions about. You don't necessarily have to ask them unless you want to, but when thinking about these questions, I want to think about what guess you would make about your friend or family member regarding their answers. And to do that, you would formulate the two types of exhaustive disjunctive propositions that I showed you in this logic and reasoning workshop. Okay. Next up, I'll talk about how to analyze exclusionary propositions. Here are two examples of exclusionary propositions. I will only tell you this once, and the second one is, he's in a good mood except when his parents are in town. Okay, so I'm going to analyze both these types of exclusionary propositions, which will entail that their meaning will be simplified. It'll break these propositions down and make them easier to understand. Okay, that's what I'll talk in the next logic and reasoning workshop. Alright, thank you.